Hey guys, my name is Dino Merino. I am a friend of Pastor Jason's. I've known him since he was out in California teaching the Vacation Bible School, as well as some of the youth groups I attend, and of course the youth ministry. One reason why I was so excited to help out with this project is because I was always able to really relate to Pastor Jason and his teachings. He would always try and reference pop culture or nerdy things that I was able to relate to, such as Spider-Man. I'm a big Spider-Man fan, Transformers, Voltron, all those things. He would try and implement them into his teachings, or just in general conversation, he would reference them, and it helped me understand what was going on a bit more and really got the message across. So when he mentioned that he was doing a video series on the natures of God, and then he mentioned in particular he's doing a video series on the Lord's sovereignty, I definitely want to get part of it and discuss it, because I think it's a topic that people talk about. They talk about how he's sovereign, how he's Lord, but they don't really mention the extent of it. I think when someone thinks of it, the word sovereign, think more of a example of, oh, there's a person here and there's a sovereign Lord or a king above. It's not quite to that level though with the Lord. That is the case, but he's so much more. He is the creator of everything. He is our God. He's created the dirt. He's created the skies. He's created the heavens, space, stars, all the planets, and so it goes more to that. Today I want to talk about Noah's Ark, because I think it's a great example of how it shows the different facets of his sovereignty. We start off with him showing his sovereignty over humans. He looks to Noah and tells Noah to build the ark for his family and all the creatures, and Noah just listens. He responds and he starts building it. He does try to bring others along as well and convince them, but no one's listening because they're not looking at the Lord's sovereign powers. They're not putting themselves in that level below God. They think they're above him. They try to be more than him, and it's not working. So the Lord has to go ahead and wipe out the world and cleanse it with the great flood. We then go ahead and look at the animals. After Noah creates the ark, the animals, they come towards the ark and get inside. Now, one thing that's always been crazy to me when I was younger is, how can there be a tiger and a chicken, or a tiger and a donkey in the same ark? And it comes down to the Lord's sovereign ways over nature and the animal kingdom in general. It's not just people he governs animals and their ways as well. As Jesus says, I take care of the sparrows, why not take care of you? Do I not know every hair on your head? So he takes care of all the animals, and he has power and control over them. So he controls what they do, and he has them go to the ark. They come in twos or sometimes even multitudes of different animals, and they all go on there so they can survive and continue to populate the earth with the animals after the great flood. We then look at the last portion of his sovereign ways, which is control over the elements. The reason why I'm actually outside is to give an example to that. I figure it'd be better to be outside and show the elements than to be cooped up in an office or at home at the moment, right? So one thing I want to talk about is how whenever the flood happened, it wasn't just raining for 40 days and 40 nights. No, it actually says in the word that the actual earth broke apart. Some people believe that the earth was one big large Pangea type continent where everything's just tied together. But after the great flood, they say that it may have broken apart and come to the 7 continents we have now, which is amazing to me, because what the Lord did was he showed his power over the earth. He commanded it, and the earth shifted and changed forever. And that goes to show how amazing his power is and how he's sovereign over people, he's sovereign over animals and Mother Nature itself. Well, not Mother Nature, but that's what people say. One thing too is when you look at even Jesus, he references that he is the commander of all, and he says that if I wanted to, the rocks shall sing my name. So you should not stop anyone from worshiping me, for I can make anything worship, so the word can be done. So it's important for us to remember that the Lord controls all, not just controls us, but everything else around us. And the reason I bring this up is I want you now to think about how he's sovereign in your life. How is it that God is working through you? How is it that God is taking control? Maybe there's things that are going on in your life that aren't that great. Maybe there's problems you're going through, struggles you're dealing with. Let's take a moment and think about how, well, at the time with Noah's Ark, I'm sure Noah and his family was very concerned, but they had patience, they had understanding that the Lord is sovereign and going to take care of them, because whatever was happening, the flood was his doing. Things in our life can help us out as well. Now, not everything that bad happens to us may be the Lord's doing. It might be Satan's or the enemy's doing, but we do know that the Lord is still present helping us. So I want you to think, how is God sovereign in your life today? What is he doing in each and every one of your steps? The good things in your life, it's important to recognize he's there, but also it's important to recognize that the bad things, he's also right behind you. He's kind of doing like a trust fall exercise, like drop and I'll take care of you. So let's pay attention and really reference that. And I want you to think, as you go through the rest of this week, this sovereign week, if you will, think about how God is sovereign to you, and he is taking care of you. He's taking care of Mother Nature, as well as taking care of the animals. Thank you so much. God bless, guys.